Hey, Steven here. Do you want to amp up your gratitude journal this year and really make it more compelling? If you want to do that, please watch this video. Hey guys, this is Steven once again and welcome to another video. And I'm very excited because as you see in the title, I'm going to teach you how to really improve your gratitude journal. A lot of you want to start gratitude journaling this year, 2021, and you should do that. One of the benefits of having a gratitude journal is that you will be able to appreciate everything in your life, especially the little ones that add up, and when things add up, they become big. And what's good about learning how to appreciate the small things is that you will be able to appreciate the big things when they do come because you become aware of the blessings, of the good things, of the positive things, even if the big things are not yet there. So you are trying to train yourself to be grateful for the small things, which is very important. All right. So now here is what we're gonna do. This is gonna be a very simple but very unique way. I put my own twist to it, and this is about NLP, neuro linguistic programming. I added my own take on the gratitude journaling, and I hope that this will be able to help you. I know this will if you follow this to the T. So what you're gonna do is you need your notebook and your pen, and for me, I have my iPad and my pen, and I'm doing this because I usually use my iPad. I use my app Penultimate, or you could use another app if you want, a note-taking app, the Notes app, or I don't know, Evernote, whatever. But I'm just using Penultimate because it is very good when you add a new one. So yeah, you there and then create notebook, and you will just be able to. Don't worry, I'll be showing you the screenshot of this, so you have things here. I'll be showing it to you when we go straight into the how to. Okay, but again, why do we want to improve our gratitude journal? Because again, a gratitude journal is very powerful in itself, but when you do this, when you do the things I'm gonna teach you in this video, it will just really skyrocket your gratitude journaling. And a lot of people teach you to have 10 or more things you're grateful for each day. Well, for me, it's very easy because you only need one. Yes, one thing to be grateful for. I'm not saying you can't do more than one, but I think at least if you're starting out with this type of journal, gratitude journaling, you just need one thing to be grateful for, and I will teach you what you're gonna do. So let's start now. Are you ready? Let's get right into it. All right, so we're gonna open up Penultimate. Then we are going to choose this one, plain, narrow ruled one, writing there. And then what you're gonna do on the first page, if this is your notebook, then you can make a title of it. And what I usually do is I just make a title for this, and then I'm gonna choose the black one, and I'm just gonna make gratitude journal 2021 in 3D. All right, so you just go to next page, and here is what you're gonna do. At the top of each page, I'm gonna make my pencil lower, or shorter or thinner. At the top of your page, you need to do a blessing. Or you could have, that thing that you're grateful for. Okay, so here, for example, I'm gonna be writing here baptism of my son Isaiah, right? So that's what the traditional gratitude journals have, right? You just have a list of things that you're grateful for the day. And what's good is, you can scan your whole day starting from when you woke up until you before you slept, and that's a really good way of making gratitude journal. And you can still continue to do that, right? But again, maybe you can do that and have a separate notebook for this. But again, for you not to have clutter, I just suggest you have this one notebook for this year and try this out to have gratitude journal 2021 in 3D, right? So the first thing, so after the blessing, the first one is you have to put here the words first position, right? First position, and you can even highlight it with maybe green or whatever. Yeah, green, and maybe you could make it bigger. Yeah, green. Then after that, what you do is in this side to the here, this part, what you do is you write here insights. And basically these are lessons or learning you have based on that particular blessing, the baptism of my son Isaiah. So you could have, the first position. I'm gonna explain this now. The first position is all about your own perception as you experience that blessing. Okay, so it is your learning, your own insights, your own lessons that you've had because of the blessings. So for me, I'm gonna write here. You could do bullets, you could do paragraph style or prose style, but me, I'm very big on bullets. So I'm gonna have several bullets here. For example, I learned that planning is essential. There. And also because we only had few people, so I also learned, my insight is what's more important is that my son is now a Christian. And I hope you bear with me, guys. Don't skip anything in this video, because you might miss out on one of the things that I'm gonna be giving as an input, right? So other things, maybe what did I learn? I learned that celebration heals, because we've all had a rough moment in the pandemic. So I believe that celebration heals, and family is everything. All right, so that's my own perception. Those are my own insights. And then after that, that's your first position. In NLP, we call this perceptual positioning. So now on the next one, so you could maybe have a line here like this, and you can use your ruler or whatever. Again, this is just me giving a demo, right? So what you do is, if you have second position, what you do now is you have second position, and maybe you can highlight it with a different color, maybe yellow. Yeah, there, and erase some of these things. So what you're gonna do, what is the second position? Now listen up, guys. Second position is you have to see the blessing, like for example, baptism of my son, in the eyes of the person or the people I am experiencing this blessing with, or I was experiencing this blessing with. So I had several people we had several people with us during the baptism, although we were very, very, very few. But I had my sister and her boyfriend, I had my mom, and the godparent, one godparent of my son Isaiah, and also I also had Guada, and of course Luca. So what you do is you have to take time. Now listen to this. You have to take time to just go into their position and see how they think. What are the insights again? Just like in this, you have to write the insights. You have to write down insights, lessons, and learnings in their position, in their perspective. So not anymore on how you saw it or how you see it. It's now how they saw it. So I know it can be weird the first time you do it, but just do it, guys. This has been very effective in, you know, experiencing things in 3D. So for me, maybe I could even for each bullet I could, you know, go into the position of the people around me at the time. So first I would go for Guada. So maybe you know, I think how would Guada how could have Guada seen it, and what was her in her mind. So I think also that she thinks family comes first there. And you know, maybe my mom and my sisters, I could just join them, and the boyfriend Mark James, I could just squeeze them into one and see their perspective on the blessing from their perspective. So maybe they went there, right? They went there. So what were the values in their hearts? Why did they go there as they experienced the baptism? You know, so I believe one of the lessons or insight or learning is that family needs work. You have to work on your family for relationship, right? And maybe in Luca, my first child, the eldest, in his mind, what could he have seen? What were the insights? And you know, uh, my parents love us kids. See, that was not my perspective, but that could be the perspective of Luca, right? So now you're experiencing a different person's perspective. And how about the godparent? Her name's Christy. What could be her insight or lessons that she learned, right? So maybe friends become family. You know, that could be how she saw it, because out of all the friends that we had, of course those friends are our families, right? But again, just because of the pandemic, we had to choose only one to avoid, you know, the traffic and more people coming in the celebration. But for Christie's perspective, and while she was looking at the experience through her own eyes, the baptism, I was there, Guada was there, and all of us were there. I believe that she thought of friends become family, and that's one of the lessons she had with the baptism, right? So that is second position. Now you're looking through the eyes of other people who were there as you received the blessing. So you ask me, how about when, you know, when I'm alone? Maybe a blessing was given to you by somebody. For example, maybe you received a blessing, maybe a package, and you were alone. But then you have to take the position of the person who gave it to you. What could be his or her perspective when he sent you the package? What was the lesson? What was the insight? You write it down, right? So there. Now, after that, of course, you could again make a line here, make a line there. If you're done, you could have more, okay? You could have more, you could exhaust everything. And then after that, if there's a first, there's a second, surely there will be a third position, right? Again, based on just one of, you know, one blessing that you received, right? So that's very interesting. So now let's highlight this with red. There, highlight with red. And let's change the other one. Let's make it there, and then green. I just want to improve, you know, there. All right, so now what are the insights? Insights, lessons, and learning. Learning. All right, so what do we mean by third position? So you already took your own position, your own perceptual position, and then you took the perception of others. Now this is the observer position, meaning a third party. Now you have to look at the blessing, the baptism of my son Isaiah. You have to step out and look at the event as if you were an observer. So now you will be looking at yourself and the people with you when the blessing came, and then now you're gonna be asking yourself, looking at myself there, experiencing the blessing and with people, what do I see? What are my insights as I am watching all these things unfold before me? So you have to put that. Okay, so here, for example, just thinking out of my head, if I were the observer and I'll be looking at what we did, maybe I would say that an insight that I would be able to give is that, yeah, family is important. Yeah, family is important. And you see, you have several things here that are connected, right? So I'm gonna highlight that with this one. These are connected. Sorry, highlighter, connected, 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 and then connected, right? So there, there are times when it will not be connected, and that's fine, but for me it is connected for now. And what others, if I were an observer, what other things would I be able to do? Maybe I would say next time, consider the venue for your attire. Why? Because if I were the one looking at the event with me in it, in the picture, I would I would have, you know, told the person why, or myself, I asked myself, why are you wearing long sleeves? Because it's too hot. There's no air conditioning, and why are you wearing long sleeves, right? So, and that's a lesson, right? Next time, consider the venue for your attire so that you won't be uncomfortable. Because I did feel uncomfortable a little bit. I was really sweaty inside and under my jacket, right? So what else? What other things or learning or insights do I have as an observer? So when I see, right now I can think, even if you're only few who celebrate, but when done out of love, everything will turn out great. There. So those are my insights, my learning, my lessons that I'm seeing as I'm now observing from afar, looking at myself in the picture and Isaiah and all the people who were in the celebration. Okay, so then after that, what are you gonna do? So basically, you're almost done. You're almost done, guys. So if you can adjust the things here, I would want you to go to the next page, and then write down here for that blessing still, for that blessing, baptism, or whatever blessing you have, greatest takeaway in terms of the lesson. Greatest takeaway. I know I could improve on my handwriting, but so what you do is you go back to your 3D perceptual positioning, and then just pick whichever learning or insight you think is the best insight you're getting from this blessing. Okay, again, you have to think which part or which insight you're getting is the best out of all the things, because all of these things are insights. Did you know that? Did you notice that all of these are insights, all of these things are lessons, but which one is the biggest for you, for that blessing you're grateful for? So for me, I would say that the biggest thing for me here is that here, this one, I'll try to encircle it right here. So here, I'll try to highlight it for you guys so that you'll be able to see with orange. So here, this one, there. Even if you're only a few, or you're only few who celebrate, but when done out of love, everything will turn out great. So I need to write it down here. Okay, so go back to the other page and then say, even if you're only a few who celebrate, but when done out of love, everything will turn out great. There, and you're done. You can just, write it down here, Steven. My handwriting is I try to make it better for you guys. Steven. And that is just, maybe this could be a quotation for you. I don't know, but that is how you do it. Again, in the first page for day one, maybe you could have day one here, or day one, and then write the name of the day. Like for example, today is January 8 already, but we had the the baptism last January 4, right? Sorry, January 3, 2021. There. And then next page, the last part is the greatest takeaway. So there you guys, I hope that this helped you. So next page, you have day 2, January 4, and then the blessing is our anniversary, because our anniversary is January 4. Again, I'm just writing it fairly fast, just so you could, and then again, first position, and then second, then insights, blah blah blah, like that. Okay, so I know I should do better, but I hope you get the gist of what I wanted to teach you guys. And then greatest takeaway, and then there, write it down. All right, so there, I hope that this helped you. Let's now go back to me addressing you in the video. Alright guys, I hope that really helps you. Please do it right away. And again, perceptual positioning is very, very important, and it will really make you experience things in 3D. And again, one of the best ways why you need to do this is because when you have a gratitude journal, you just write the things you're grateful for, right? And in your own perspective, and that's very, very important. Your perspective, your perception is very important. But again, in order for you to experience more learning, do you remember that we talk about learning, insights, perspectives, angles to that particular gratitude or blessings you're grateful for, and you will be able to get more out. You'll be able to squeeze out more out of that one particular blessing or positive thing that happened to you on that particular day. And that is why I asked you to just choose one, because if you will choose 10, you won't be able to use this. And again, if you have more time, you can do more than one, but for me, one will be enough. At least, again, it will not be only one blessing that you will have for each day. You'll have more blessings. But again, I think in my case and in my opinion, it's better for you to have one but 3D gratitude journal for that day than just to list down things you're grateful for and then just be grateful for them, but you're not squeezing out all the learning, all the lessons, insights, and angles or perspectives that you were supposed to do, or you could have had if you did this gratitude journaling, Stephen Nelia style. Okay, so I hope that this helped you, and I hope that your gratitude will just grow over the days and months for 2021. I declare that 2021 will be a year of hope. We've had a lot of stuff going on, or that went on last year, and now I declare 2021 is going to be a year of hope, a year of growth, and a year of abundance for you guys. Okay, so I hope that this helped you, and if you did, please share this to people. Share this to people who are big on gratitude journaling, and please tell them about the twist that I did to just be in 3D. We need to be in 3D always, because we are 3D. We're not just 1 dimension, 2 dimension. We are 3-dimensional, even 4-dimensional or more, right? So thank you guys. I hope to see you again on the next video. Bye bye.